And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and it is Sunday, and you know what that means? It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via Amazon, DHL, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course, that old outlaw Waylon Jennings. It is weekly purchases and a lot of stuff through the door this week. A lot more than I was expecting, so we'll get into that on the back half. Of course, we got the special mail girl here delivering the viewer mail. We'll do that in the weekly purchases as well. But first, we got to knock out some housekeeping. And the first housekeeping this week, got to give a special shout out to Jay'sToysAndGames.com for sponsoring the channel. Use code Kyle, save yourself 15%. You got some good deals over there. They're going to beat a lot of the competition. So check out Jay'sToysAndGames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15%. Shout out to Jay's Toys and Games. You see me hit them on my toy hunt videos fairly regularly. Now you too can as well on their online store. All kinds of stuff over there. Once again, code Kyle, saving 15%. Got to thank Jay's CD and Hobby, Jay's Toys and Games, for supporting the channel. And of course, Patreon. We can't forget about Patreon. It is the month of September. A lot going on Patreon every single day. This month, giveaway the Target exclusive Series 1 Honky Tonk Man Legends Greatest Hits. He's cool, he's cocky, he's bad, he's the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. It is the Honky Tonk Man. That is the September giveaway. Head over to Patreon, link in the description down below. Support the channel. You get all the glamour shots from all the videos. You get all the videos early from both of my YouTube channels. You get a monthly Q&A, which I'll be filming next week. You get all kinds of stuff. There's a lot going on the Patreon every single day. Check it out. Support the channel. There you go. But now, let's dive into a little bit more housekeeping here. And this week, fairly busy. I was on the road once again, doing meetings, doing all that kind of stuff. Hopefully you enjoyed the toy hunts on the channel this week for my time on the road. And once again, like a young Ozzy Osbourne, no rest for the wicked. I will be in Nebraska next week. Oh, shout out to Gretna, Nebraska, Papillion, Omaha, Council Bluffs, Iowa. I'll be over there. I'll be hitting all the spots over there. We'll see what happens. Maybe get a pizza. Maybe visit my old friends at Big Fred's Pizza. We'll see what happens. But one thing I know for certain is I got a lot of meetings there on Wednesday, Thursday. But also, one Judas Priest is in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm not passing up Judas Priest. I'm going to see that wizard Rob Halford. I'm going to see what Scott Travis and Ian Hill are up to. And then I'll also see, of course, Richie Faulkner over there. Can't wait to see the Priest. Always love seeing the Priest. Been seeing the Priest for years. Happy to see them again. And even better, I'm on a business trip. Gives me something to do that night. So it's going to be Unleashed in the West. Sure. Judas Priest next week. Stay tuned to that. Probably some of that in the toy hunts next week. Next week or the next week. It'll be on the channel eventually, just like we did a little Interrupters, Sum 41, this week's toy hunt. So a lot going on the concert front as well. About a week later, another favorite band of mine, Clutch, is in town. So I'm definitely going to go see Clutch. A couple weeks after that, the mighty Iron Maiden. I'll be up there for a Minnesota adventure. There's going to be a lot going on in that Minnesota adventure, so it should be a pretty fun time. That does butt up with King County Toy Show in Chicago. I'll be going to that as well. AEW, of course, Collision, that is coming. I will be going to that about all the same day. So there's going to be a lot of vlogs with a wild special guest. Stay tuned to that in the future here on the channel. So a lot of good stuff coming. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and my other YouTube channel. All kinds of stuff going on, as you guys know. So I do have that going there. I did just a few minutes ago return home. I was, of course, my day job. I work with a lot of different grocery stores, things like that. Always have, always will, I guess, at this point. I'm in too deep. I'm in too deep to get out. But there was a band, you guys may have heard of them, called Slipknot. They're, of course, local to me. Members of that band went to the same high school as me. They're older than me, but they did go to the same high school. And like Corey Taylor, for instance, I would see him when I was a kid working at the grocery store. I'd see him all the time. So Slipknot wasn't a huge deal here because everybody knew them. They've been around. They played the local scenes and stuff. Obviously, now are huge. Well, Knotfest this weekend here in town. I am not going to Knotfest as of you're watching this on Sunday, unless you're early for Patreon. I had to skip Knotfest. I also skipped Judas Priest in Cedar Rapids because I went to one David C. Anderson, good friend of the channel, his wrestling show with Brian Myers and Hornswoggle. More on that in a future video as well. So I did go to that show to support David and all he's doing there. But a lot going on this weekend. But Slipknot was here at a grocery store, and I said, you know what, I'm going in. So I pulled a little bit of my grocery store magic, and I said, I'm going to go in and get a picture with these guys. And that's exactly what I did. So I got a picture with some of the members of Slipknot. Not all of them, but they were there signing bottles of their whiskey, and I actually got one of their whiskeys here. So I don't know, it's got autographs on it. It's kind of weird to autograph a whiskey bottle. Do I bust this open right now? Do we drink this whole bottle before this episode's over and see what happens? Maybe we do that. Does YouTube allow that? Could I sit here and just do like a live stream where I just slowly pound away at this whole bottle and finish the whole thing? Maybe we'll do that on a future channel. Maybe that's a Patreon exclusive. We'll see what happens there. But I did get a little autographed Slipknot whiskey, number 9 Slipknot Iowa whiskey. So I did get this for visiting. So shout out to the Slipknot crew out there, of course, bringing the heavy metal music to the masses. Guar's on that show. Hatebreed's on that show. Till Linderman from Rammstein, never really a Rammstein guy. And I got to be honest, I'm not really a Slipknot guy either. They never really did anything for me. An enjoyable show, interesting, especially when they get the baseball bats against the beer kegs. I always enjoyed that a little bit, but not a huge Slipknot guy. I'm more of a thrash metal guy, new wave of British heavy metal guy, Maiden Priest, of course, Sabbath, that kind of stuff. That's kind of my wheelhouse. Slipknot, not so much right there, but I gotta respect them. You gotta respect them at the end of the day. And one guy we don't respect anymore on the channel, yes, you heard it here first, Mark Summers and Todd McFarlane both left, of course, the couch. If you watch Toy News Part 1 this week, 2 versions of the Toy News this week, so much news. But Toy News Part 1, I mistakenly messed up and missed out on the Kickstarter for McFarlane. He was so offended, he left, and he took Mark Summers with him. No pants, no shoes, no socks. Can't believe it. Power moves up and down the street. Police probably called because there's a lot of kids in the neighborhood. They probably thought something was going on. Who knows what Mark Summers, they were probably holding hands walking down the street. Who knows what was happening there? But I hope those guys will return. And if not, there's going to be some spots on the couch. Bobby Vala, I'll put him on speed dial. We'll get him from the Action Force Valaverse. We can get Brian Flynn over there at Super 7. We could call Steve Ozier, Robert, maybe Bill McKenna from the Mattel team, bring those over. Shout out to good brother Walt over there, the Jazzwares AEW team. Maybe Walt wants to sit on the couch. There's other people. I'm telling you, Todd and Mark, there's other people that'll sit on this couch. I might even bring Jeff George. Jeff George could sit on the couch. Bring my dad over there. They could sit together. Who knows? So I have couch options. Guys. Just let that be known. But there it is. That's the housekeeping. That's the weekly purchases beginning here. Now we got to get down to it. We got to call in the mail girl. We got to get down to question of the week. All right, time for question of the week. And as usual, you want to be question of the week? Get your question together. Put it in the comments down below, and you too can be question of the week. But now, time for question of the week. And we got the special mail girl. She's back once again, and she's got the question of the week ready to go. Angie, welcome back to the channel. Mail time. We'll get you your own jingle. Jeff George going to work on a jingle for you, I think is what he said he would do. So we'll get the official mail girl jingle. It's cold down here, isn't it? The headlights on? No. Okay.
I know, and I brought this.
But
wild times.
It's freezing down here. We keep it real cold. We keep it a nice 59 degrees at all times down here in this basement. It keeps you going. But Angie is here once again for the question of the week. And Angie, if you missed it on Kyle Peterson 2.0, don't forget to subscribe. We unboxed the brand new Coke Oreos. Unboxed?
I look like I'm like
taste test, yeah.
Merchant.
Okay, well, we unboxed or taste tested. I don't know where you were going, but we did that on the Kyle Peterson 2.0.
The black and white Coke can.
Oh, yes.
But I look like I should have worn this for the video.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay, so we did that a couple weeks ago, but we did get the new pumpkin spice Oreos this week, so maybe we'll do another video on Kyle Peterson 2.0. We'll give the old pumpkin spice a chance. It's been probably 10 years since I've had those, and if you guys know, you watched that Oreo video, I'm an old school Nabisco Kraft Mondelez guy. One time in my life, I was running the roost over there or something like that. So I got a lot of opinions on Oreos, and I can tell you a lot of the dirty secrets is what I can tell you as well. But I haven't had the pumpkin ones in about 10 years. I really enjoyed those. And I know you've had them probably in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Wait,
so
maybe. Actually, I don't think
it might be time for her to try those for the first time. So could be an exciting video, or it could be just interesting. We'll see what ends up happening, but stay tuned for that in the future. We also got Star Wars ones if we want to try those too. So
those are old.
could be just coming up all things Oreo on the show. We could just turn this into a taste testing channel
Little
over here.
channel.
That's right. We could just do different foods and stuff like that. And boy, if I could just do the stuff my company does in an early thing, I could be giving you guys info 2 years in advance for some stuff. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. But what we are going to do, Angie, it's time for the question of the week.
How much are you paying your new mail girl?
Oh, is that the question? I was like, wait a minute, where's this going? Oh, I'll pay you in kisses is what I'm going to pay you back in. I'll buy you a nice dinner. A nice dinner at Chick-fil-A. There it is.
Okay.
No,
For real.
Okay.
Matthew Houghton, C6G. Hey, Kyle. I know you love toy collecting, and it's awesome. Your setup in your house is absolutely incredible. I was just wondering, would you ever stop, or are you just going to keep doing it forever?
Oh, boy, that's a dangerous question with her sitting by my side right here. And I could drop dead tomorrow. I could be hit by a bus tomorrow. You never know what might happen there. So then this will all be yours. You're just lucky time.
Can't wait.
But yes, thank you for the commentary there around the house. I appreciate that, of course. A lot of work goes into that. A lot of work needs to be done in that right now. If you could see this kind of side of the room, it is a big mess right now. I need to put all this stuff away. And that's one of the challenges I have. I guess getting off topic a little bit, as I like to do. I do the reviews. I take the glamour shots, and then I leave them in a box. And I should put them right away, but then it's like, I got to do this review, got to do this. I'll get that later. Well, then you got 5 boxes here that need put away. Before you know it, you got a mess on your hands. And I need to spend about a week just to reorganize, reshuffle, especially some of these elites. Once in a while, you get a little too full, you got to reshuffle. So I got about a good week to work in here. I would like to do a new collector's update video here, toy room tour. I would like to do that this maybe November. We did it early for Patreons last time. We'll probably do that again. So looking to trying to hopefully do that here in the next couple of months. So stay tuned for that as well. But I do love toy collecting. That is true. But will I ever stop? Or are you just going to keep doing it forever? Well, unfortunately, nothing is forever, Angie. You've told me that every single day. Nothing's forever. So I will have to stop. I will have to stop one day. And I probably got more years behind me than I got years ahead of me in my action figure collecting. That is for sure. So I don't know how many more years, but it's coming towards an end. You know, the kids are going to go to college here in how many years? I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, something like that. And of course, you got to look towards retirement. And retirement can't get here soon enough for me. I wish this channel could just be my job, but unfortunately, it's not. It's just a little side hobby, is what it is. But gonna have to look at that. Obviously, when I do retire from my normal job, that's probably when I'll take more time and sell all this stuff. I'll start listing it in the Patreon group, in eBay, Mercari, toy shows. I'll probably start doling it out and get rid of that kind of stuff at that point. But I'm not quitting tomorrow. I'm not quitting next year, maybe 2027. We'll see what ends up happening. I know you haven't noticed and you haven't said anything that Todd and Mark Summers are missing from the couch here. Huge falling out. Huge falling out with Todd McFarlane. You don't even want to watch that video. He walked out in the middle of the video. It was terrible. But yeah, back on topic here. Back on topic. I don't know. When do you think is a good time for me to quit doing it, Angie?
Whenever you're ready.
Whenever I'm ready. What a supportive wife. But I don't know. I think it's getting to the end. One thing that will rush the end of collecting, and Mattel loses the license. Some of the toy lines I collect right now stop making toys. I probably won't jump in on some new stuff. And once things kind of dwindle down, that's a perfect time to stop as well. But I'm going to have to get this because as much as Angie would love it when I die, and I'm probably going to die before her, let's be honest. She probably doesn't want to sell all this stuff. You probably don't want to work through all this. And you're probably not going to come down here and say, this is my collection now. You're not going to say any of that. So it's a morbid question here, I guess, a little bit. But I'm going to have to get the majority of this stuff out of there. And unfortunately, the girls, I don't think they want any of this stuff either. So I'm going to have a lot of work to do. We're going to need to save our boxes. We're going to need to save bubble wrap. We're going to need to save all that kind of stuff. We're going to have a lot of shipping to do here in...
Definitely while you're still alive. You'll be rolling in your grave seeing what we still
and that's the other thing is where does it go? I could kind of say that, there's a lot of big toy shops out there and stuff, and it might just be worth, hey, come on here. I know I'm not going to get as much money, especially for you if I drop dead. It's like, you know what? You're going to give me 10% of what it's worth. Well, it's all gone. I don't have to do all the work all the time. Mm-hmm. Something to be said about that one there. So hopefully that answered the question. Were you good with that answer? Mm-hmm. She was good enough. Yeah, riveting. Will you be back for the mail girl next week? in a bikini top next week. Since it's so cold down here.
If I get my Venmo.
Yeah, there you go. Cutting glass down here is what we're doing. Watch out for the detolfs. But Angie, appreciate you. And if you got a question, you want to be question of the week next week, ask it down below. And you too Could be a question of the week. All right, let's get down to the weekly purchases. 2 rounds of weekly purchases this week. I figured we'd have an okay amount, but a lot more than I anticipated, which isn't always a bad thing. Bad thing for my wallet, though, as we know. But let's dive into the weekly purchases. Let's start with some wrestling. How about? And we're going to start with a little defining moments. Already unboxed these on the channel, but we got defining moments here, the latest and greatest. Of course, Ringside Collectible exclusive. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. You know me, double up member of the defining moments land, so I picked up 2 of these over there at Ringside. Got to pick them up, and I probably should sell the CM Punk. He's selling at an all-time high. He's coming back in stock. I could just sell this set, get another one down the line. I may do that. I may even do that. But we got, of course, 2 defining moments through the door this week. How about some rubber? How about some big rubber guys? We got old Magnum TA, old Terry Allen himself, Magnum TA through the door this week. And then I did get my second set of Hacksaw Jim Duggan. We unboxed these on the channel last week. I did pick them up from Brian Meyer's Whatnot stream. I had some credits to use, and I said, all right, I'm just going to buy them. Then I'm going to give away or sell my second set. So this set will be for sale. Not sure if I'll give them away or sell them, but if somebody wants them, hit me up. You know where to find me or something like that. But we got both versions of Hacksaw and Magnum TA through the door. Very excited. We got to think those Road Warriors are coming around the corner. Let's get those. Let's get those. But we're not done. We got more. We got a little basic. Oh, no, basic main event. Main event 150 right here. Steve Ozier, is that you on the couch? Main event? Oh, okay. Main event right here, Rey Mysterio, WCW version Rey Mysterio, so I had to pick this one up here. A pretty heavy hitter Hall of Famer set here with Lita, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and the return of CM Punk as the chase. I went to one of the Walmart stores this week. Rey was there. They had 2 Austins, nothing else. So I'm going to pick up the rest of that set, except maybe Austin, Rock, and Lita. So I guess I'm just going to get CM Punk, and I'm going to call it a day. So I got that going on. How about more Ringside Collectibles? This week from the Vault, Series 2. Once an exclusive, always an exclusive. DX Shawn Michaels right there. The hits keep on coming with Rikishi. Got him going there. How about Paul Heyman, which could be the sleeper of this set. Looking really good with Paul Heyman. We got old Billy Gunn back again from Mattel. It's amazing how many figures he's got from Mattel. Hits keep on coming with the Road Dogg. That D-O-double-G, we know how that goes. Got him in there. We got, of course, Diesel. Kevin Nash himself. Got him coming in the set. And then finally, we got Eddie Guerrero and Kane, a.k.a. The Undertaker as Kane. How about a bit of a 2-in-1 figure here? Going to have to play around with this one because I bought 2 of these last time. How am I going to make them different? Have to figure it out right there. But we got these 2 as well to complete Series 2 from the Vault. We'll be unboxing these on the channel this week. And, of course, the big rubber guys. It's all getting unboxed. You know how it goes. But that's round number 1 of weekly purchases. Bring on round number 2. All right, time for round number 2, the final round of weekly purchases this week. See if we can make it all fit in this space. We'll see what happens. But we're going to kick it off with a little long game clearance. I said, nope, not for me. $30+ for this. I felt like there was not enough meat on the bone compared to some prior versions. However, this week at Target, super clearance sale, $10. $10 for old Captain America, Sam Wilson. Picked up one of these. We'll probably unbox it on Kyle Peterson 2.0. I'm not sure anybody cares about this one at this point. It's been around quite a long time. But I did decide to pick up 2 of these. Probably use this as a giveaway somewhere along the line. So stay tuned. We'll do a little giveaway over there. We'll throw away this Sam Wilson to somebody. We'll throw it out there to somebody. Give them the old Frisbee heave-ho. Stay tuned for that. But now we go to DJC Collectibles. Already got one done. Got to do the other one still. It is Cobra Commander Retro G.I. Joe style. Also got the Stalker. A lot of people excited for this Stalker. I was never a big Stalker guy for whatever reason. My favorite Stalker figure still to this day is the one that comes with the kayak. I love that one. That's my Stalker figure. We got the latest from the G.I. Joe Retros right here this week. Found this at Target. Didn't know this was even hitting Targets quite yet, but Usagi Yojimbo Black and White Samurai Edition. So I found this at my local Target store. I hadn't seen anybody find this, so I think I felt like I was the first one in the country. Probably not, but you know how it goes. Very excited to see something new and fresh on the store shelves. Also over at Walmart, we know about the Sketch Edition. Once again, I'm a fool, I'm a sucker. If you watched me unbox the San Diego Comic-Con versions of these, you saw me just throw myself under the bus. Well, here I am, a fool and his money. We know what they say about that. I did get the Sketch Editions here. Going to display them differently with the different heads, different weapons, make them feel different. Make them feel like 4 turtles, I guess is what I'm going to do. But I got these. These are hitting Walmarts right now if you are interested. Now we go over to DJC Collectibles. How about this? Little Toxic Avenger. He's not a Crusader to me. He's always going to be an Avenger. Got the red, white, and blue Hacksaw Jim Duggan Tribute Gear 1. Got this one via DJC Collectibles. Use discount code 8OFF DJC to save 8%. Also picked up Thulsa Doom from the latest and greatest Super 7 Conan over there. I picked that one up. And I picked up Conan, looking wild, looking crazy, ready to battle on the mound is what he's ready to do. Arnold Schwarzenegger never looked better in action figure form. Got those through the door this week, but we're not done. We still got some more stuff. Found this at my local Walmart. It is Turtles of Grayskull Deluxe Edition. Old Leatherhead, the gator with the heart of gold. Maybe not, but he loves to eat frogs, as we know. Got that one through the door. Got to give a special shout out to David C. Anderson for Clawful and Spycore, latest cartoon collections. He was on vacation in Florida and found these ones down there. Very cool to get these in the collection. We'll unbox these two together on the channel, as we usually do. So some more cartoon collection through the door this week. But we're not done. We're going back to DJC Collectibles once again. I did pick up the Hulkbuster. Look at that. A big bruising figure here. Can't wait to compare this to some other Hulkbusters over the years. But a big, big figure if there ever was one. Another big figure. We already unboxed it on the channel, though. It is Odin. Of course, we unboxed Odin. Check out that video if you did miss that. Also, check out Krang the Conqueror. Krang, how about Kang? It's tough, you know, Krang, Turtles, Kang, Marvel. But Kang the Conqueror, we unboxed this on the channel as well. Hasbro PulseCon exclusive, so check out that video if you did miss that. And then finally, we would celebrate with Todd McFarlane on the couch, but he is not here today, but he's here in spirit. Did get Jonah Hex and the General. The 2-pack here, a horse and a cowboy. How about that? Got those through the door as well. So a big, big week, once again, of weekly purchases. A lot of stuff flowing through the door. Next week, I don't think there's a lot of stuff coming, but I've been surprised before. I'll be surprised again. We'll see what ends up happening. I got some work to do on some unboxings. Once again, Patreon, check it out, support the channel. So many videos over there. I'm way ahead, weeks ahead, months ahead, years ahead in the Classic Superstars case over there, of course, on Patreon. So if you want early access to the videos, all the glamour shots, monthly Q&A bonuses, pizza reviews, dog stuff, you name it, it's over there on the old Patreon. Appreciate the support. Check out my book, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstars series, available in Kindle now. So if you're after a Kindle version, you know where to go. You can pick that up as of last week. Sir Paul 64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram, and of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So there it is for another weekly purchases. You know what I'm doing? I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way to Nebraska and Judas Priest.